ètò let's talk traditional wedding ó lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's talk traditional wedding, ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye, let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye, let's talk traditional weddings. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Ẹ̀yin tèmi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi, mo kára lé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kérò ọ̀nà, mo kọ́kùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kóbìnrin wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí, ètò wa, ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀, Olúwabùnmi lèmi ń jẹ́ o. Aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù tí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ sí Bùnmi Victorious, alága ìdúró, alága ìjókòó, MC, event planner, gele artist, makeup artist with godly swagger. Olóòtú ètò ìgbéyàwó with godly swagger. Ẹ ṣeun nítorí wípé ẹ tún ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́sẹ̀ yìí. Àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa kó tó di pé aṣọ nǹkan mu, ṣé ẹ pé yẹ ká fìbà fọba kọ́dà ayé? Ọba ṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run, ọba ṣe yóò wú, ọba lè wí lè ṣe, ọba lè ṣe lè wí, ọba tó tó nípa, àmọ́ tó kọ̀ tí ò pa ni tó ṣe pé ṣe ló ń pa ní mọ́. Ọba tó jẹ́ wípé nígbà tó bá tẹ̀ wá lọ́rùn, òun ni most high God. Kódà bí ó bá tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn, òun náà sì tún ní most high God. Ọba ṣèkan má kù, ọba tí ò ṣe bí lẹ́jọ́. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín nítorí wípé lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá adágbére a ní à ń lọ kábọ̀. Ẹ̀yin Ọlọ́run lè jẹ́ kó tún ṣe fún wa láti tún dé lénìí láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Mo dúpẹ́ tí ẹ mú mi dé o, tẹ́ tún bá mi jẹ́ kí n bá gbogbo àwọn èèyàn pàtàkì yìí tí wọ́n wà lórí ètò yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìyàwó bàbá arábìnrin tó yàn Ṣàmú àti gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sì máa darapọ̀ mọ́ mi pátá, tẹ́ jẹ́ kí n tún bá wọn láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Kì í ṣe nípa ipá, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe nípa agbára. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò ló ti rọ̀, tílẹ̀ ti fi mu. Oore ọ̀fẹ́ lásán la rí gbà, àánú lásán òun la rí gbà. Ẹ ṣeun Ọlọ́run ìyanu, ẹgbẹ́ pẹ́kẹ́ gba yín wa. Mo ti fẹ́ fàsìkò yìí náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí, pàápàá jùlọ iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ tó tó gbangba sùn lọ́yẹ́, iléeṣẹ́ tó ti ń taṣọ ìyàwó, tí ọmọ ìyàwó lẹ fẹ́ ni, tí bàbá ìyàwó lẹ fẹ́ ni, ẹ fẹ́ ṣayẹyẹ ìgbéyàwó, ẹ fẹ́ ṣayẹyẹ ìwúyè ni, ẹ fẹ́ ṣòkú àgbà ni, ohunkóhun tó bá fẹ́ ṣe, ẹ fẹ́ rẹ̀ gbàrùn ni àbí tọwọ́, ẹ kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces. Bí wọ́n ṣe ń taṣọ ìṣẹ̀ǹbáyé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń ta aṣọ tí ó jẹ́ ti òde òní. Kódà wọ́n ní 18 karat gold ní iléeṣẹ́ wọn. Wọ́n tún wá ní àwọn aṣọ tí wọ́n ti rán sílẹ̀ tí wọ́n ń pè ní ready to wear by Chorus Jewels and Laces. Ẹ ṣeun iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná wọ́n yá màròkè. Mo tún fàsìkò yìí náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Lizelle Fabrics all the way from Dallas ní Texas ní United States làwọn jókòó sí. Ẹ kàn sí wọn, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n máa ń fi ọjà wọn ránṣẹ́ sí gbogbo ibi. Iléeṣẹ́ Lizelle Fabrics, ẹ ṣeun. Iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine, ẹ máa ṣeun, ẹ kú gbogbo gbà. Ṣẹ́yìn fẹ́ káyẹyẹ yín kó wà lórí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára, eléyìí tí wọ́n ń pè ní magazine, kì í ṣe káyélujára ti sin yìí o, tó ti wà nínú ìwé pélébé. Abẹ́fẹ́ polówó ọjà ní iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí. Kódà wọ́n tún máa ń wá síbi iṣẹ́ láti wá yàwòrán fún yín. Iléeṣẹ́ Blanco Concept, àwọn náà máa yàwòrán, àwòrán wọn máa ń dán ní gbogbo ìgbà. Àwòrán tẹ̀yà lọ́wọ́ wọn lógún ọdún sẹ́yìn, ẹ̀yin máa máa rí wò. Iléeṣẹ́ Blanco Concept, ẹ ṣeun. Ó dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ First Rate Global, ẹ ṣeun. Iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogues, nítorí tí ń taṣọ tí wọ́n ti rán sílẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí ìtẹ́rí lè ní. Eléyìí iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogues ló ti wá o. Ẹ kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogues, àwọn náà máa ń taṣọ tí wọ́n ti rán sílẹ̀, ẹ ṣeun. Mi ò lè dúpẹ́ tán lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa. Àmọ́ mo tún wá fẹ́ fàsìkò yìí náà tún sọ fún wa wípé olóòtú ètò ìgbéyàwó kì í ṣe ní ìdí olóòtú nìkan láti mọ̀ wọn. Kódà a tún ṣàwọn nǹkan míì. Màá sáré fi fọ́nrán kan hàn wá. Eléyìí nínú àwọn àwo orin tí a ti ṣe tó máa jáde láìpẹ́ sí orí ẹ̀rọ YouTube. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa tẹ́tí sí. Thank you so much everybody. Mama Yodele Ogunsiyawo baba. Hey, thank you so much everyone. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ má gbàgbé bá wa sọ fún èèyàn pé tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Ẹ sọ fún èèyàn wípé ètò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kẹ́dẹ̀ tó bá wa sọ fún kẹ́ bá wa fi ètò yìí ránṣẹ́. Eléyìí tí olóyìnbó ń pè ní share. And please, if you're on Facebook, remember that you can support us by giving us stars. Ó yá, ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré gbọ́ fọ́nrán eléyìí kó tó di pé
ìbílẹ̀ ò ti tipẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ilé ìṣàrà ọ̀tọ̀ in-depth concise and detailed knowledge of music and history la fi bo ilé ìbọ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà gbogbo ọmọ Rẹ́mọ mẹ́tàlélọ́gbọ̀n ẹ̀kú àmójúbà gbẹ̀dú tó ní message ẹwà èdè tó lákàkì tó ti ń bá ti tó sense making Rẹ́mọ Parapọ̀ medley 1 and 2 Rẹ́mọ Parapọ̀ medley 1 and 2 melodious indigenous Rẹ́mọ music compiled and presented by Bùnmi Òṣìbẹ̀rù with the Royals Fadékẹ́mi Adéyẹyè Joyful Noise and Bọ́sẹ̀ Ògúnbíyì at Mega Plus àwọn orin tó kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n educating and soul lifting melodies orin tó sọ ìtàn àdáyébá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àdúrà àti ìwúre bàbá bá rí ẹni àlùjọ tó kí pọ́pọ́ fún ìgbádùn tọmọdé tàgbà ní gbogbo bí ayẹyẹ nígbà. Rẹ́mọ Parapọ̀ medley coming out on the 1st of April 2023 ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2023 ọdún lẹ́gbọ́dẹ̀ kan sára fídíò rẹ̀ ó ti jáde lórí YouTube àti gbogbo gbàgede ayélujára Rẹ́mọ Parapọ̀ medley 1 and 2 eléyìí yàtọ̀ kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀.
I mean, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. How many of us enjoy that? Mama playing from time to time. This show goes on. That is another thing that the Eto Igbeyawo is involved in. It's called Rẹ́mọ Parapọ̀. Níbi tí a ti fi orin ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye nípa àṣà ìbílẹ̀ wa láti fi dára wa lára yá. A ti ṣe audio síta tipẹ́tipẹ́ nísìnyí fídíò tí máa jáde ní 1st of April. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, we are not asking for money. We are asking to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it's going to come out on the 1st of April. 1st of April. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, please remember Rẹ́mọ Parapọ̀ by yours truly. Oluwabumi Òṣìbẹ̀rù and Joyful Noise Kemi Adéyẹyè and the amazing Abi Mega Plus. Please, 1st of April, remember to subscribe and to follow. It's going to come out. Okay, kí la gbé wálé dé ṣe pé wọ́n tó ti darapọ̀ mọ́. Hey, ìyàwó bàbá tí a Mama Yodele Ogun Adétòkunbọ̀ Ṣolúwadé Tóyìn Àṣàmú alága ọkùnrin. Hey, my people are here already. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember that you can share this show. Please remember to share. It's so important. Let other people be aware. Tó ní important ẹ fẹ́ sọ lẹ́ni ó ga jù. Àmọ́ kó tó di pé a gbé àkórí ètò wa wọlé gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò yẹn mọ̀ pé a lè ṣe ká má kọ́kọ́ fi orin gbé ètò wa wọlé. So please, I'm going to go straight to that because of time. Tó ní important ẹ fẹ́ sọ lẹ́ni ó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ, ó pọ̀ kò ṣe kékeré. So we're just going to move straight to the music session so that we can just introduce our topic and we can move on from there. Nǹkan tá fẹ́ sọ lẹ́yìn ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé kò kì í ṣe Yorùbá nìkan ló bá wí. So whenever we bring a topic that is universal like this, we like to speak English as well so that people who are not Yoruba speakers can actually be part of this. So please join me as I just máa kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ orin láàrin méjì torí time. Okay? Please let us just watch this. Okay. Okay, my people. This one is by the one and only. Hey, KSA from our daddy. Hey, you're calling, how much is it, Pastor? Ìyàwó bàbá tí a ìjó yìí náà ní nǹkan ìjó yìí náà ní mọ́mí kálukú lómi ṣe tirẹ̀ kóńkó jábélé kálukú lómi ṣe tirẹ̀ kóńkó jábélé kálukú lómi ṣe tirẹ̀ kóńkó jábélé kálukú lómi ṣe tirẹ̀ káwọn ṣe tàwa kẹ́yìn ṣe tẹ̀yìn káwọn ṣe tàwa kóńkó jábélé kálukú lómi ṣe tirẹ̀ àmọ́ ṣá kan kìlọ̀ fọ́mọdé kó má rìn ní pàdó. Give them These are my own kind of music. I love old school. Kaluku ló mi ṣe tirẹ̀ o. Kaluku doing their own. Kò sí time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to stop the music because of time. Let's stop the music, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody said, is today's topic Konko Jabele? Ó fẹ́ fara pẹ́ náà, ó fẹ́ jọ. Well, what are we talking about today? Ẹni tó bá gbọ́ Yorùbá, tó bá gbọ́ orin yẹn, á gbọ́ ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀. Ó ní Konko Jabele, kálukú ló mi ṣe tirẹ̀. Konko Jabele, kálukú ló mi ṣe tirẹ̀. Káwa ṣe tàwa, kẹ́yìn ṣe tẹ̀yìn, Konko Jabele, kálukú ló. And when it comes to Konko Jabele, meaning do your own, I do my own. Is it supposed, that kind of thing, is it supposed to be happening between married couples? Especially when it comes to the issue of their mobile phones. Nǹkan tá fẹ́ sọ lẹ́nu nìyẹn. A ti fi ètò ránṣẹ́, kódà a tún ní fọ́nrán kan gan tá tún fi ránṣẹ́ sáwọn èèyàn pé kàn wò. Kó tó di pé mo play clip yìí, before I play the clip before kí n tó fi kàn fọ́nrán, mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ béèrè náà, ṣé nǹkan tó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ni wípé kí ó jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèwọ̀, ohun àìgbọ́dọ̀ má ṣe fún ìyàwó láti fọwọ́ kan ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká ọkọ àti fún ọkọ náà láti fọwọ́ kan ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká ìyàwó? When I say touch, I mean, should they have access to each other's mobile phone, mobile conversation, or text, or whatever is going on in the text? Pé irọ́ o, lóòótọ́ lájọ́ kan àti ìyàwó má fọwọ́ kan fóònù, má tẹ̀ fọwọ́ kan fóònù mi rárá, mi ìfẹ́ kó fọwọ́ kan. Ṣé nǹkan tó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ ni àbí nǹkan tí kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́? Ẹ kọ́kọ́ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ dáhùn ìbéèrè yìí náà kó tó di pé mo fi fọ́nrán tí mo fẹ́ fi hàn wá, kó tó di pé mo fi hàn wá. Is it okay for couples to actually be, I mean, should it be forbidden for couples to touch each other's phone? Remember that you can always call us on this phone on +44 782 8500938. Nǹkan tá a rà ń sọ ní kékeré yìí, nǹkan tó ti dá sílẹ̀ nínú ìgbéyàwó kò ṣe kékeré o. Tí àwọn èèyàn mi lè máa wò pé kí lélẹ́yìí ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ètò ìgbéyàwó. Ẹ rántí pé lórí ètò ìgbéyàwó a máa ń ṣe ẹni tó bá ti jọmọ́ pé tí ìgbéyàwó máa fi máa lọ síwájú àbí tó máa fi tẹ̀síwájú àbí nǹkan tá a lè fi kọ́ra wa lọ́gbọ́n ni a máa ń ṣe lórí ètò yìí. Ladies and gentlemen, is it okay for couples to kind of forbid each other from touching each other's phone? Ẹ má gbàgbé pé ẹ lè fi ohùn sílẹ̀ lórí ètò yìí o. Ìyàwó bàbá tiẹ̀ tí ń dá wa lóhùn, wọ́n ní it depends on couples understanding of each other. Máa wù mí kẹtúbọ̀ yànnàná sí ohun tí ẹ sọ yìí mà. Tí ó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé oore ọ̀fẹ́ wà, tó bá ti di a little bit more into the show, you can call us ma to tell us your, I mean, when you say it depends on couples understanding of each other, ṣó ní ohun kan tó yẹ kó wà lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká ọkọ tí kò yẹ kí ìyàwó mọ̀ sí, àbó yẹ kí ohun kankan wà tó wà lórí ẹ̀rọ alágbèéká ìyàwó tí kò yẹ kí ọkọ kó mọ̀ sí? These are the things we're going to be talking about today. Access each other's phone. Does it make sense for couples to, say, as far as I'm concerned, please do not touch my phone. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọlé. Ẹ má gbàgbé pé ẹ lè bá wa fètò yìí ránṣẹ́ o, please. It's a little bit quiet this evening. And when it's quiet, I always ask for, please remind people that the show has started. It's a very important topic. As funny as it may sound, a lot of homes have been destroyed because of this small thing that we look at today, and we look like, ọ̀rọ̀ phone ó ṣe wá jẹ́ nǹkan bàbàrà. You'll be surprised how much havoc this issue of phone or no phone has caused in marriages. Let me see if I can play the clip that I sent out earlier, because there's a lot of questions to be answered tonight too. Àwọn kan kékeré tá à ń fojú fò tó jẹ́ kó ó ń kó wàhálà gidi bá ìgbéyàwó. Okay, let me play the clip. Let's see.
Ó máa sọ bàjẹ́ ti pẹ́ máa pa ẹ̀ wá. Jẹ́ kí n wá picture lórí fóònù mi. Àbí kí n notice pé ó ti transfer ló forward ẹ̀ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀. Wọ́n á ní tí màá fojú ẹ̀ ṣe. Mo ní ìgbà ni òṣì. Wọ́n máa parí dànù lórí ẹ̀.
I hope we can hear. Please let me know if you can hear the clip.
I don't want you to be angry at me.
Please let me know if you can hear.
But handset yàtọ̀ sí table phone. Table phone ní anybody lè gbé nínú ilé. Handset is a personal property. Ẹ ò ní right láti fi ọkàn handset daddy. Don't talk of reading his messages. Tó bá jẹ́ ẹ̀yin ló ẹ ka messages yẹn. Ẹni wọ́n máa send ẹ̀ sí.
What do you know? Àbẹ̀bí, so òun pè sẹ́yìn dáadé ẹ̀ pé àtìyàwó mi ò ní right whatsoever láti fọ ọkọ̀ fóònù ọkọ mi. Is that what you're telling me? Huh? Look here, I am married to your daddy. I have every right to touch anything tó bá wù mí tó bá jẹ́ tiẹ̀. We own everything together.
Mommy, you are very right. But the right in theory to practical.
How do you mean?
A man's handset is like an onion. The more you open it, the more you cry.
Arareo. Please let me. People they are telling me that they can hear. I want to go. I don't know how many of us actually heard that clip. Ari bí ọ̀rọ̀ pé ó fọwọ́ kan phone mi àbí ó fọwọ́ kan phone mi àbí bó ṣe dá serious wàhálà sílẹ̀ inú ìgbéyàwó yìí. And you know that this thing is actually happening in real life a lot. That in some homes it is forbidden for the it's forbidden for couples to see each other's phone, especially the wife. I think most of the time it's usually the wife that are being restricted from touching their husband's phone. I don't know if it happens the other way as well. Now, what are we talking about tonight? Okay, show lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kí ó di èèwọ̀ fún ìyàwó láti fọwọ́ kan fóònù ọkọ ẹ̀ àbí kó di èèwọ̀ fún ọkọ láti fọwọ́ kan fóònù ìyàwó. Ìyẹn ni ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́ tá kọ́kọ́ béèrè fún. Ẹnìkan ti ní ó depend lórí understanding tó bá jìjọ ní fúnra wọn. It depends on each other's understanding, which that is still a little bit, I still want a little bit more explanation on that. Now, is it also okay? Okay, my husband said I should not touch his phone. For whatever reason, the reasons best known to him. You know, gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe sọ láàárọ̀ tó di kóńkó jábélé kálukú ló ń ṣe títẹ̀. Is it okay for me to go behind his back, to go and be sneaking and looking at his phone? Let me read what people are saying here. Let me hear. Arábìnrin Tóyìn Àṣàmú, wọ́n ní please leave your phones alone. If they don't want to, then let it be. It's like reading someone's diary. My partner can see my phone and I can see his, but I mind my business about his phone. Okay, that's somebody's opinion. Eshema arábìnrin Olúyẹmí wọ́n ní àwa late come late kò tí pẹ́ jù àìwá rárá ni ò dá. Thank you for coming on the show ma. Àmọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ arábìnrin Yẹmí Ògúnjìmí Eshema wọ́n ní ẹ kú ètò beautiful olóòtú ẹ ṣeun. Please, let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Let us talk about it. I remember that you can also call me on +44 7828500 and hear your opinion about this issue of people touching. Arákùnrin tó wà nínú fọ́nrán tí mo fi hàn wáyé, he was even saying it pé ẹni obìnrin tó bá lọ ń tú fóònù ọkọ ẹ̀ ó lè ṣe púpọ̀kọ̀ ṣé lóòótọ́ ni, and tó bá yẹ pé ọkùnrin náà ló dẹ̀ ń tú fóònù ìyàwó ṣé irọ́ ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ lè ṣe kú pa ìyàwó ni. Kí ni ìdí, kí làwọn ìdí tó fi máa ń di pé má fọwọ́ kan fóònù mi ìfọwọ́ kan fóònù ìwọ náà má fọwọ́ kan fóònù mi? Kí ni nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀? Ṣé bí nǹkan tá a gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ni wípé àwọn tí Olúwa bá ti so pọ̀ kẹ́nikẹ́ni má ṣe yà wọ́n, ṣó yẹ kí fóònù yà wọ́n? I mean, please, ladies and gentlemen, let us make some comments. Let's talk about this very important topic tonight, because so many people are having problem in their homes just because of all these little things. I personally I don't know. I want to hear your own opinion first before I say what's on my mind. So Arákùnrin Tókunbọ̀ ẹ ṣeun, wọ́n ní we can hear you. So please let me read what this person said. They said why they didn't join their phones now. They didn't join their phones. Okay. It is they join. Ẹnìkan ní wọn join the phone. Okay, kí ni àwọn ìdí tó máa ń fà tó fi máa ń di wípé má fọwọ́ kan phone mi? Kí ni, I mean, I just want to know why would anybody want to say that don't touch my phone if you are couples? Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó wà ń bẹ̀ tó fi máa ń di pé má fọwọ́ kan phone mi? Let's discuss about why do people restrict their spouses from touching their phones. Let's talk about that. Kí ni ìdí tó kọ́ fi máa ní má fọwọ́ kan phone mi fún ìyàwó tí ìyàwó náà máa fi ní má fọwọ́ kan phone mi? What are the reasons behind it? Why are they hiding the phones from each other? I mean, you can't just say, if there's nothing to hide, I don't think there should be anything wrong. But let's just talk about it generally. Why will couples say, you know what, don't touch my phone, I'm not touching your phone, don't touch your phone? Show you carrying continue and be pamo for. You know, should that be things that couples are hiding from each other? Why is this issue of touch phone or not touch phone? Don't touch my phone or not touch phone. Why is it so much troubles in marriage? Let's talk about it. Thank you so much, Abike Dialaga, for joining. Thank you, Yeti ID, for joining. Okay, people, I'd like to hear your comments. Hey, jọ̀ọ́ tẹ́ bá wà lórí ètò yìí ẹ bá comment bí ìgbà pé mo kàn bára mi sọ̀rọ̀ ní ayé àtijọ́ ní rédíò máa ń ṣe àsọ̀rọ̀ máa gbèsè. Nísìnyí a ti ń ṣe àsọ̀rọ̀ àgbèsè. Ẹ dẹ̀ rántí pé ẹ lè pè wá wọlé lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ +447828500938 +447828500938. Remember that you can copy and paste the link to this show to people. Please remember to share. Let people be aware that this show has started. I can see people commenting on the show, and I can see some people are online but they're not saying anything. Why would any couple not want their phones to be to be, you know, mema for work phone mi kini nǹkan tó wà ńbẹ̀? Arábìnrin tó yàṣà wọ́n sometimes they just want some independent thoughts outside their okay. I think that's a good one. I just want some privacy, so to speak. Sometimes I forget my phone at home and my husband doesn't touch my phone because I even use this date of birth. I even use his date of birth as a PIN number. That's another thing. When people put PIN on their phones and they don't let their spouse know. It's better to respect each other's privacy. Should there be privacy between husband and wife? If we can see each other's nakedness, why are we hiding each other's phone? Why should phone be privacy? If everything else is not private, you're not private. We are not even private to the point of seeing each other's nakedness. So why should phone be a private thing? You know, I would like us to talk more on that. Okay, I think the same thing that Abike Dialaga is saying on Instagram is what my YouTube people, where are you today? My YouTube people, everybody is quiet on YouTube. Please say something. Arábìnrin Tóyìn Àṣàmú àti arábìnrin Abike Dialaga kọ́kọ́ náà lọ́dún jọ ń sọ, àti Tóyìn Àṣàmú said they want some personal space, but they don't want personal space when it comes to other things. Why is it that this personal space have to be just about phone? If you don't want personal space when we are together, when we are doing other things together, why should your phone be the only thing you want personal space for as couples? Thank you for joining my big boss. Thank you for joining Editorial International. Somebody said if we are one, there's nothing wrong in having access to each other's phone if we are one. Okay, that's coming from somebody else. Temitope, thank you so much. For those that are just joining us on this show, we are talking about if it is okay for couples to deny each other access to each other's phone. You know, because these are the little things that are causing trouble in marriages. I've seen couples that will fight and beat each other, like the clip I just showed us now. The clip I showed us, the man actually beat up his wife for touching his phone. How dare you touch my phone? How dare you don't touch my phone? It's my personal space. And the daughter, even though she's just a child, had to be telling the mom off. She said, "Mom, don't you know that men's phone are like onions? The more you open it, the more you cry." Hell, that one is a little bit scary. Okay, let me read this coming from a man's perspective. Thank you, sir, for this opinion. Adetokunbo says, it is not about hiding anything. It's more of being responsible and the show of respect for each other's privacy. Touching phone is different from investigating messages on phone. That's another way to look at it. Somebody said there's a difference between touching my phone and investigating. So who is investigating who? but according to that child, the child says, Mom, don't you know that touching men's phone or opening men's phone is just as you're opening, it's just like you're opening onions, you're opening layers of onions. The more you open, the more you cry, because when you open onion, you see, you start crying. Is it the same with women? Who is more likely to say don't touch my phone, men or women? Who is more likely to say don't touch my phone? Let's talk about that as well. If women don't mind men touching their phone, husbands, if your wife does not mind you touching her phone or investigating her phone or doing whatever, why don't you want your wife to touch your phone? Why? Let's talk. Somebody said men are the ones that are always saying don't I have a man on this show. Egbo, come and defend men. No, women are saying it is men that are saying don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Ah, you will see their eyes like this. You will see eruku. You know what people call eruku? Smoke coming out of their eyes whenever you touch their phone. In fact, you can touch anything in their body, in their, but that phone, don't you ever touch my phone. I didn't talk about children. I said it could be from either partner. Okay. It's not that spouses should be beating their wives. Well, on so many occasions, because people, because I started doing this show, you'll be surprised that people send me DMs of situations. People will send me some videos. Some people will send me some situation that they are going through, and they will say, "Can you imagine this?" And I always tell people on this show that I am not a marriage counselor. And I'm not a marriage expert, but I'm a pro-marriage. When I say I'm pro-marriage, I will do anything within my little means to support couples to have a successful marriage. And neither do I tell people that I do have a perfect marriage. I do have my own challenges that I go through in my own home, but I am a pro-marriage. I don't like when people say, hey, marriage is overrated. Hey, will marriage help? I don't like all those kind of things. The fact that marriage does not work for you does not mean that other people cannot enjoy marriage. So I don't believe in people say, oh, please forget about it. Marriage is overrated. Marriage is a scam. Marriage is this. I don't believe in it. And that's why I come here every week to bring in different topics that we can talk about, that can help our homes, that we can improve on, if we're already doing it, that we can improve on, or if there are some practices that we're already doing that is causing trouble in our homes that we can just stay away from in order to have peaceful home. Thank you to those that are just joining us. Dapi Rufi, Wanjola Jide, Medway Fashion, we thank you for joining us. What we are talking about tonight is why couples deny each other or deprive each other access to each other's mobile phone. And then we are saying, is it okay for couples to sneak on each other? If my husband said don't touch my phone, should I sneak behind his back to go and be watching or to go and be checking? Like somebody said, they said investigate. There's a difference between touching people's phones and then and investigating. Let me read what people are saying on the. If you're joining us on this show, please let's have your say. What do you think? Do you think couples should deprive each other access to each other's phone? That's one. Number two, if in a situation where spouses are saying don't touch my phone, should I go behind their back to sneak in, to sneak behind their back? Now let me read what this person said. Any of the partners who have something that can trigger violence will likely be more sensitive when it comes to their partners having access to or unlock or see the information on their phone. Okay, I like that. Mr. Chilwade said, if you know that what is on your phone can trigger violence, it's very sensitive. If my wife sees it, she's gonna be mad. Or if my husband sees it, he's gonna be mad. That's when you say no, don't touch my phone. And I don't want to talk about that kid that said, Dad, Mom, don't you think that men's phone are like onions? The more you open, the more you cry. Why? What are the things that are making men's phone to be like onions? Let's talk about this. Why is everybody quiet? Let's talk about it. And we were asking earlier, who are the most likely people to hide their phones from their spouse? Some people have answered. They've said men. It's common. It's more common among men than women. And when we are talking about hiding phones, because people say because they have secrets to hide. That's why you're hiding your phone. That's why you don't want me to see your phone. But what are those secrets? Does that always mean? Does that always mean that the man is cheating? When my husband said, "Don't touch my phone," I don't want you to touch my phone. Does that mean they are cheating? Somebody says side chick pictures and messages. Oh my God. I did not bias. So somebody said I'm biased. Somebody said Olotu is biased. As much as we are married, we are still entitled to independent thoughts and right to think outside our spouses. Thank you so much, ma'am. Tonya Sham. Ade Tokubo says, why is Olotu biased? I'm doing Ojoro. Am I being biased? People, I haven't judged. I've not done anything or said anything to support any particular. I'm just saying that according to the video clip we watched, the child was telling her mom off. Say, Mom, why do you go and open daddy's phone? You should know that opening men's phone is just as good as opening onions, layers of onions. And the more you open, the more you cry. It brings tears. So that's not from me, sir. It's Temitope says it is supposed to be so. How can someone's partnered phone be a way to tears? Well, unfortunately, it's like that. Now, when Yababa says it could be because of side chick pictures and messages. It could be because you're sending money to the wrong people without your wife's approval. Now, talking about sending money to the wrong people without approval, it could be from men, it could be from women as well. Money that you did not agree with, and you send money to people. It could be because of anything. But I don't know why the issue of phone has caused so much trouble. Now, let me ask the next question. Remember that you can ask to join the show, people. Temtem Bella, thanks for joining. You can also call us on +447828 500938. Now, let me talk about this one as well. Now, I've seen couples that don't hide each other's phone from each other. That you can touch my phone, I can touch your phone anytime, any day. I don't have anything to hide. Does that mean they are both faithful? Is that a sign of faithfulness? Is that an assurance that they are both faithful to each other? Let's answer that question. If you see a couple that will say, because see me, there's nothing on my husband's phone that I cannot touch. And there's nothing on my wife's phone that I cannot touch. I have access to my wife's phone, my husband have access to my phone anytime, any day. Does that automatically mean that they are both faithful? Okay. She says, no, that's not a yardstick. Okay. Temtem says that is not because they are faithful to each other. It's not because they are faithful to each other. I've settled quarrel of that issue recently. Really? Wow. Your mother said she had to settle a quarrel of discovering in her husband's phone that he has been sending the wrong money to the wrong people. Maybe the money that the family that cannot even afford. You know, men sometimes they will be doing big daddy outside, but the family will be suffering. It says Tonya Shamu says no. It's just they are playing smart. Hey, I have access to my husband's phone. It's not an automatic. It's not an automatic guarantee that their phone that they are not cheating. Okay. We will listen to some music and then we will continue. Owomoyela Larry, thank you so much for joining. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce your name properly. He said, I don't know if it's a he or a she, please pardon me. Says the oneness and unity in a relationship should allow transparency, otherwise they are sitting on gunpowder. It will explode at one point. Exactly. There should be a level of transparency, even as I like that. Like I always say on this show, I don't come here to come and tell us that this is how to run your home. Neither am I coming here to tell you that I'm perfect or do I know how to do it. But that's what I would actually think. What's there to hide? If there is transparency, and if you keep hiding, it's just a matter of time before it explodes. And most of the time, when the explosion eventually happens, it will affect everybody. It will affect both the phone owner and the one that is trying to watch the phone. And sometimes being able to see your phone could help your partner to kind of guide you through certain things. Okay. Baba said on this occasion, the man saw picture of the receipt on her wife's phone, on his wife's phone. Wow. It was even the man in this case. So, wow. So, don't let us assume that it's only men that do this. For the example that Yahweh Baba is citing, he's talking about the fact that someone saw a receipt, a picture of a receipt in his wife's phone that is not supposed to be there. You see, that's another thing that we need to know. Let's look at what Mama Ayodele says. Mama Ayodele says some have access to each other's phone until it was discovered there was another phone hidden somewhere. Oh my Jesus, that's another thing, because sometimes it is better to have this game of what you see is what you get, if you know what I mean. If my spouse is insisting on me not touching his phone, I definitely know that, well, maybe he has something he's hiding from me that he doesn't want me to know. Rather than him playing smart, he's giving you access to his phone 24/7. I know my husband's phone because if I hide from, you can see my phone, I can see your phone. It is not guaranteed. You see, everybody is laughing. You would think it is perfect until you see that there is another phone somewhere. It is about trust, really. That's it, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Britonia Sham. She just gave us 100 stars. Yay! Everybody, let me to say thank you to this amazing woman here. She's always on the show, always supportive. I really appreciate you so much. People on Instagram, if you have a Facebook account, you can just log in for the sake of giving us stars. You can give us stars to support this show. Giving us star means you're giving us little token. Facebook has, I don't even know there was anything like star until Facebook started alerting me, because you've been consistent in your show. You are entitled to stars from your fans. Your fans can give you stars to appreciate you for what you're doing. I was wondering, what is star? They said you can actually convert it to money. It may not be a lot of money, but it's something, trust me. So if you're on Instagram and you do have a Facebook account, you can log in just to give us stars, and then you can come back on Instagram. For those that are just joining, yes, only God bless you, sister. So you people are appreciating you, ma. Thank you so much. So you can still give us stars from Facebook. Pocket Power, thanks for joining. Sister here, thank you so much for joining. What we are talking about tonight is the importance of, the implications of couples denying each other access to each other's phone. When you say, you can't touch my phone, don't touch my phone, it's my phone, my phone has space, don't touch it. And the wife is also saying, then we've also said that people that are actually allowing access to their phone, does that guarantee that there is trust in the marriage or in the relationship? And then somebody just said something very important. You will be surprised that people that say, my husband's phone, I have access to it. My wife's phone, I have access to it. We know what we are doing every time, until you realize that there's another phone. It's about trust. It's about trust. Thank you so much, Mommy. Hey, Chemostic is here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Chemostic, for joining every week. We appreciate you so, so much. God bless you, sis. Some of the questions that were asked as well. Can there ever be a good reason for saying, don't touch my phone? Can that be a sincerely good reason? Because it's not always about negatives. It could be for positive reasons. Can there be any good reason why in marriage or in a relationship, I will say to my spouse, I don't want you to touch my phone? Can there be any good reason? I'm just wondering. Because anytime we talk about phone, not allowing spouses to join phone, to touch phones, we always assume it is for negative reasons. But I'm just asking questions now. If you know of any good reason why a spouse will deprive his or her partner of not touching his or her phone, can we talk about that as well? Thank you so much. Sister Yemi Ogunjimi, she said, it is better you allow peace to reign. 90% of men's phone is full of onions. Allow peace to reign, yo. Allow sleeping dog to lie. If he says, don't touch my phone, don't touch his phone. But now, let's talk about this issue of the question I've just asked now. Can there be good reason for saying, don't touch my phone? To the comment, negative, bóyá torí pé ó ń cheat ni, bóyá torí pé ó ṣe kìnnìkan ni, maybe because it may not always be for that reason, it may be for good reason. But I just want to learn. As I always say to us, I come in here every week to learn something new. Can there be good reasons for people saying don't touch my phone? I mean, couples saying don't touch my phone. Let's talk about that. Everybody is a little bit quiet. Like somebody said, don't let sleeping dog lie. Let sleeping dog lie. Just trust each other for the sake of peace. I've been saying things for the sake of peace. Okay. Just trust each other. Maybe just well, you know what? Let's talk about that. Now let us talk about the implications of sneaking on each other. Okay, this person said don't touch his phone. You sneak on them, go behind their back. Apart from the onion, the crying part, what are the implications of sneaking on each other's phone? Let's talk about that. What are the implications? Kí làwọn nǹkan tí ó ṣeéṣe kó tì díẹ̀ yọ lórí pé ọkọ ní má máa fọwọ́ kàn fóònù, ìyàwó ní má fọwọ́ kàn fóònù ló ń gbẹ̀yìn. We've established the fact that it's men that do that mostly. In fact, I have men that will actually search their wife's phone, and yet the wife cannot touch their own phone. That's another story for another day. Okay, now let's talk about the implications, the repercussions of sneaking on each other. When you say don't touch my phone and you go behind their back to be looking at the phone, what are the implications? Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Phones are also a business tool. So sometimes you don't need to have access to the phone because it's not everything. Like my husband don't follow me to go and do alaga. Why should I be nosing into his business affairs? You know. Okay, thank you so much, ma, for that contribution, ma. Yeah, what Baba said, I don't think that would be a good reason for couples denying each other of their phones if they trust each other. Okay. Thank you, Lizelle Fabric. Thank you for joining us. She says looking good as usual. Thank you so much, Yogi of London. Thank you. Okay, for those that are just joining us, I will repeat again. What we are talking about today is about having access to each other's phones as couples. Having access to each other's phone as couples. Am I allowed to sneak behind my husband into his phone? Is it right? If I do it, what are the implications? Should that even be should I even be any reason why I cannot touch his phone or why he cannot touch my phone? That's what we are talking about for those of us that are just joining us. So if you have any contribution, remember that you can call us on +4478285000938. Temitope Eko, she says trust is the bedrock of every relationship. Thank you so much. Okay, let me quickly do an advert again. My people, hey, your girl is into something. Let's do this again. Let's just listen to this before we continue. It's so important that we do this.
In-depth, concise, and detailed knowledge of music and history la fi bo eléyìí bọ̀. Gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà, gbogbo ọmọ Rẹ́mọ mẹ́tàlélọ́gbọ̀n. Ẹ̀kú àmójúbà pẹ̀lú tó ní message. Ẹ̀wà èdè tó lákàkì. Tó ti ń bá tètò sense making. Rẹ́mọ Parako medley 1 and 2. Rẹ́mọ Parako medley 1 and 2. Melodious indigenous Rẹ́mọ music compiled and presented by Bumi Oshiberu with the Royals, Fadekemi Adeyeye, Joyful Noise, and Bose Ogunbiyi at Mega Plus. Àwọn orin tó kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n, educating and solid melodies. Orin tó sọ ìtàn àdáyébá, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àdúrà àti ìwúre. Bàbá ń bá rí ẹni àlùjọ tó kí pọ́pọ́ fún ìgbádùn tọmọdé tàgbà ní gbogbo ibi ayẹyẹ. Ìbà. Rẹ́mọ Parako medley coming out on the 1st of April 2023. Ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kẹrin ọdún 2023. Ọdún rẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ kan sára. Fídíò rẹ̀ ó ti jáde lórí YouTube àti gbogbo gbàgede ayélujára. Rẹ́mọ Parako medley 1 and 2. Eléyìí yàtọ̀ kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if you've heard that. That's something that we are putting together. We've released the audio for so long, and the video is coming out soon. It's called Rẹ́mọ Parako, indigenous Rẹ́mọ music. Àlùjọ oríṣiríṣi. It's coming out 1st of April. Your girl is part of that. There's a team I'm leading, and that's coming from us. So please, 1st of April, remember to follow Remo Parapmo or subscribe to Remo Parapmo on YouTube. So we'll keep us updated as much as we can. Okay, somebody is joined on the show, but I can't see the person. Can you hear me? Good evening, welcome on the show. Tell us your name and where you're joining from, if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I think the person probably, maybe the babies are playing with the phone. Okay, let me read the comments. Somebody said, thank you, twin consults. Lizzie Fabri said, this is tough. Twin Alaga Igbeyawo says, to me, it doesn't mean the man is cheating. It might be be chat with his friends or family that he doesn't want you to see. That's another way to look at it. Yawo Baba said, you don't have to sneak into your spouse's phone. You should, if it's important for you to access his phone. Okay. Twin Alaga says, me, I don't poke nose, and he doesn't too. So we are both cool. We are cool like that. Your way. I like that. Somebody said, yes. So if you heard my advert on that, please, the music put together by myself and my team. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Remo Parapo. The audio is there, but by the grace of God, the video is being put together and it's going to come out officially on the 1st of April. So from now on, we'll be telling us. Mayor Babe, thank you. She said from USA, Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining. Please remember to subscribe. You've heard that music. You see that I do everything one better. So please don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel for the Remo Parapo. Okay, one more time, I want to appreciate those that are just joining us, even though we are far into the show. Please remember that you can watch this show right from the beginning. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about the implications of people sneaking on each other's phone, couples. And we've asked so many questions that people have answered. One of the questions we've asked was, why should couple hide each other's phone from each other in the first place? People said it could be for different reasons. It doesn't necessarily mean they are cheating or they've got something negative to hide. We've asked, could there be a good reason for my husband saying I shouldn't touch his phone? Could there be any good reason? And people have said yes, it could be good reason. It could be because there's some it could be some business details that you're not allowed to have access to. Even though we know that having access to each other's phone is good, but if your husband is to a business that is very private, like some people, they use their phone for businesses, and you shouldn't poke nose into that. They wouldn't want you to. Thank you so much, everybody. And then we also said, if he says no, why should you go and sneak behind it? A clip that we showed earlier. Thank you so much, Kemosi. Thank you, the fabulous. Somebody said, oh, thank you, the fabulous. Thank you, Sister Wande and Yawo Baba, for reminding her about the show. God bless you. Now, we said, we played a clip earlier where a young lad was telling her mom off that, Mom, why would you go and be sneaking into daddy's phone? Don't you know that men's phones are like onions? And then the more you open it, the more you cry. Why should people cry for opening their spouse's phone? Obviously, you sneak in, you see whatever you see, you have to take it like that. And then we're also saying, does the fact that your spouse allow you 100% access to his phone or her phone, does that actually mean that they are faithful? And people have also answered, people have responded to that. Oh, Bukilicious, thank you for joining us. She said, oh, I nearly missed, thank God, it's better late than never. And people have said, there are people that will allow you access to their phone until you discover that there's another phone somewhere. It's all about trust. It's all about trust. And sometimes it's all about allowing sleeping dog to lie. Unfortunately, this day and age, a lot of homes have been wrecked. A lot of marriages have ended just because of this thing. It may look simple, it may sound simple, because of this thing that we're talking about, a lot of people have been wrecked. For those of us that are just joining, we would still like to hear your opinion. A lot of people have been airing their opinion. Instagram, after the live show, you can't read the comments. There's a lot of comments that people have said here, but on Facebook, you can still read the comments even in, much later. But even at that, I've repeated as many as I could from what people have said. Let me read what Twin Alaga says again. She said, when I just got married, I tried checking his phone and I saw his chat with his elder sister saying trash about me. Saying trash about me. I was pissed and I'm still pissed with that auntie after 8 years. You see, Yoruba bọ̀ wọ́n ní tẹ́tí ò bá gbọ́yìn kì inú ò kì í bàjẹ́. That is why sometimes it is better to allow sleeping dogs to lie. Once you hear it, even the Yoruba would also say, in making kile tí àwo gbẹ̀gìrì tí ojú bá kúrò ńbẹ̀ ńkọ́ ọkàn ò ní kúrò ńbẹ̀. Even if that auntie is nice to you 100 times, 100,000 times, when you have heard that time, you will still keep remembering it. Personally, I don't touch my husband's phone because I don't have the strength for headache. I said, hey, Twinny, you learned your lesson. She said, I don't check again. I beg. And you know that we all have our gist partners. Some of us, if they open our inbox with our besties, even with gist about women gist about their spouses with their friends, and then men also gist about their spouses with their friends, which some of those gists does not mean they don't love you, does not mean they don't respect you, but it's just like boy to boy talk and girl to girl talk. We all do it, and if you don't see it, it's fine. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the man doesn't love you or the man disrespects you or anything, or the woman disrespects you. But once you see it, yay, you know what that means. So sometimes maybe that might be why it's better to just let the sleeping dog lie. But Delicious Entertainment said it is better you don't know anything than to be bitter all the way. His phone is his phone, mine is mine. Good. Lizelle Fabric says checking spouse's phone might lead to premium tears, so let me just pass. Exactly. Thank you so much for joining Ravissant's Cocktail. If you know, look, and even the one that we've talked about earlier, there are people that know about their spouse's phone. Correct. They open each other's phone all the time. I can check my husband. My husband can check me until they realize that the man actually have another family somewhere. And they don't know. So it is not guaranteed. The fact that you have access to their phone does not guarantee. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we should deprive each other access to each other's phone. But if that's what works for your marriage, do it. And if a man or a woman says, don't touch my phone, don't sneak behind their back to go and touch their phone. Then another thing I asked earlier, if a man is saying to the wife that the wife shouldn't touch their phone, I've seen some men that they want to see everything on their own wife's phone, but they are not allowing the woman to touch their own phone. What do we say about those ones? To be honest with you, I don't know about others. Maybe you don't mind. As I said on this show, I don't come here to come and reach a verdict. I always come here to come and learn something new and to bring my own little understanding here. Lizelle Fabrics also said there are even some weekend voice notes on the phone. Isn't that heartbreaking? Weekend voice notes, yeah. So better put the checking in. Yahoo Baba said, let me pick this call that's coming in. Let's just pick this call. Hello.
Hello, not to a quick. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní ṣọ́kí ni mo fẹ́ sáré ṣe torí ibi tí mo wà ní ìlú sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ bẹ̀bọ̀ tó ṣàn gbé nínú mi. Àti máa fa fóònù máa láti máa tọ́ láti máa kọ́ dàbẹ̀ ní kó ń gba fáìn. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹ má jẹ́ ká wà wọ́n ìyàwó bàbá ló sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun ma.
You look so beautiful gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ wa mú ọ.
Okay ma.
Ó ti ṣe kọjú sẹ́gbẹ́ yẹn gbọ̀ngàn ló jọ mí jù.
Yes ma.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní ṣọ́kí ẹ má jẹ́ ká wà one sided. Lóòótọ́ tí ọkọ wa bá ní pé ká má fọwọ́ kan fóònù àbí tí àwọn bá ní ká má fọwọ́ kan fóònù ẹ jẹ́ ká avoid it to avoid trouble to let sleeping dog lie kí lè dùn ṣùgbọ́n ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé pé bó ṣe wà ní ọ̀tún náà ló tún fi sósì a ti gbọ́ rí àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n rí fóònù ìyàwó wọn ló save life ìyàwó wọn mo gbọ́ sórí àǹtí kan tí wọ́n ní cancer tí wọn ọ̀dẹ̀ mọ̀ bọ́n ṣe fẹ́ sọ fún ọkọ wọn tó ní wọ́n rò pé máa bà nínú jẹ́ tó wá fẹ́ mọ̀ kàn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìgbé tó ń bá kàn tó kó kàn máa ṣe bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣe kó o kò fẹ́ lọ fún chemotherapy kò fẹ́ lọ fún anything pé tí kú bá ti dé ó ti dé náà nìyẹn kó máa mú un lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ṣe pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ díẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nílé bọ̀ nínú fóònù wọn ẹni tí mo sọ kì í ṣe pé kíní o kí èèyàn kàn forúkọ bó ní kálukú ó ń wo ọkọ̀ wọn wò ó rí fóònù ẹ̀ lórí mọ̀ yìí pé ń go through that stress that sickness ó dẹ̀ súnmọ́ ó dẹ̀ ní pé wọ́n jọ bínú wọ́n jọ fà mọ́ra ló fi jẹ́ kó fún ní full support tí ó fi jẹ́ kí àǹtí yẹn lọ fún treatment wọ́n sì gba treatment yẹn lọ báyìí wọ́n yìí wà láyé wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ́mọ méjì ṣẹ́rí ó sun kò fẹ́ break out máa yẹn kò jẹ́ kó ó gbé fóònù pamọ́ ṣùgbọ́n tí ọkọ wọn bá ní access sí fóònù tí wọ́n kàn wọ́n pé sweetheart ó gba message kan tó wo ló fi mọ̀ pa àti yẹn go through kan tó go through yẹn the lady would have died but with the support tí máa yẹn fún pé don't worry we'll go through this together not to get her see a better treatment and she's still alive now living and kicking ṣùgbọ́n tí ó bá jẹ́ pé ọkọ ẹ̀kọ́ wọn fóònù nígbà yẹn ó ṣe ṣe kó ti kú kó ti gba ọmọ méjì sílẹ̀ ọmọ tí ò ti pé 20 ọmọ kékèké méjì ló ní ẹ má jẹ́ ká wò pé torí pé àwọn onífàì chick nìkan àbáwọn oníjọ̀gbọ̀n nìkan lèèyàn ṣe ní kó máa wò tó máa ní kó máa wò fóònù àwọn tí trust yóò bá dúró déédéé tí ọkọ ò trust ìyàwó tí àwọn ò trust ọkọ ẹ jẹ́ ká avoid kí lè bá a lè dùn ṣùgbọ́n tí ò bá síbu síbẹ̀ tí ò gbóhùn yẹn lẹ́nu ọkọ àbíyàwó pé má fọwọ́ kan fóònù ni tó bá jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ tẹ́ ń wò ọkọ láti ìyàwó lápẹ́ra wa tẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe based on trust ìkan tí wọ́n mi Ayọ̀délé sọ if you trust each other you can do anything with anybody's phone bàbá ti gbé fóònù mi tọ́jọ́ pé mọ́mí wọ́n pè ní o bóyá wọn lálága yín ló tún pè ní ìjẹba pé o tí mo jẹ́ bá mi gbé mo dáná lọ́wọ́ tó ti pé ẹjọ́ mà ẹ̀pẹ̀ wọ́n padà wọ́n wà ní kitchen wọ́n wà ní bedroom kò sí ibi kan tó fi ń ṣèyàn ṣùgbọ́n bá máa ti já ẹni wọ́n ní pé má fọwọ́ kan jọ̀ọ́ má fọwọ́ kan ṣùgbọ́n pé mo rí wò ó lè save life ẹ̀kọ́ jẹ́ káàró bẹ́yẹn náà.
ẹ ṣé gan ni ma God bless you ma ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ o ẹ ṣé kú gbogbo ìgbà God bless you ma bye ma that's a very valid point because all these things sometimes we've seen people that we say go to make him for work on don't let me touch it could save lives as well like Yao Baba rightly said there's a lot of advantages of being able to access each other's phone sometimes like for instance if your spouse does not know your password or anything and you happen maybe forget the phone at home and you needed to access something or something urgent comes up how but kill a fashion everybody knows it don't work for them. Let's just do it. Let's do the one that work for you. Let me pick another call that is coming in. Hello, Ekrole. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí o. Ekrole ma. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa dárúkọ yín àti ibi tẹ́ tí ń pè wá mà. Ẹ ṣeun mà.
Yeah. This is Mrs. Samowale.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí mà. Thank you for calling. Yes ma. Ẹ ṣeun mà. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa dá sétò mà. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí mà. Thank you for calling. À ń gbọ́ yín mà. Ẹ bá wa dá sétò mà.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí ò le rárá. Lóyún bá fẹ́ kí peace reign nínú ilé òun kó má kọjá yìí. Kó ní kálukú mọ́wọ́ síbi tó wọ́n gbé yín wọ́n fẹ́ pé kò sí love. Do you understand?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ìyẹn kò affect rárá. Tó wọ́n ní tí etí ò bá gbọ́yìn kí inú òkè bá ojú má dẹ̀ rí ibi gbogbo ara lògùn ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni mà.
So it's better kó ní kálukú tí fóònù ọkọ ẹ bá rí ìdíkó pé ká dear your phone is ringing tí tìwọ́ náà bá rí ìdíkóhùn náà pè é pé dear your phone is ringing come and pick it up there is nothing bad in that. If you want peace to reign in your matrimonial home.
Thank you so much ma. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ma. Ẹ ṣé gan ma. A máa rí yín bá o. Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. God bless you ma. Yes ma. Shetiri, the most important thing is to allow peace to reign in homes, in families. If it's going to cause trouble, just let it be. Let's sleep in, not lie. And one of the most terrible thing is to sneak behind one's back. Fade baby says, still can't get over it. As I promised that I would never in my life check my husband's phone. I think she said something earlier that I missed. She probably learning from previous experience. I probably missed that. You know, whatever happened that you can't, you know, it's affected you that you hardly. It says Mayor Babe says 95% are cheating, while the 50% are for family chatting reason. However, the most of all from not touching my phone is probably having an affair, as well as trying to make space for his or her own. Well, we all know the right thing. Mayor Babe says, on the other hand, staying away is the best for peace, for the sake of peace. Thank you. Somebody said good point. Monike ke mama tukutu when ke mama tukutu ke mo sick letabel. Thank you Ekuda your mother for joining. Other things is understandable unless if the husband stated don't touch his phone, otherwise nothing is wrong in it. Both are faithful for each other. That's coming from Mayor Dot. I think suspicion leads to checking your spouse's phone. Apart from that, let's be realistic. What exactly do you want to see in your husband's phone? Abiosumio. That's coming from Kemosi Alaga. And like your Baba rightly said in her comments, and when she called, she said it could save lives sometimes. There's no point sneaking behind them. It's very bad. Stay away for the sake of peace. Having said that, people, ladies and gentlemen, time is fast spent. I'm so sorry. Having said that, oníkálukú ló mọ ilé ẹ̀, oníkálukú ló mọ irú ọkọ àbí ìyàwó tó ń fẹ́. For the sake of peace, the fact that Lagwada is doing it and is working for them does not mean that you're going to do it and it will work for you. Always do what works for you in your marriage. And as everybody has tried, a majority of people that talked tonight has said, stay away. Don't go and be checking behind their back, because it doesn't necessarily mean they are cheating. It could be so many other things, like that lady that said earlier about her husband and the sister chatting about her. You know, I just pray pé èèyàn ní fẹ́ ọkọ tó máa ṣe púpà yàn, èèyàn dẹ̀ ní fẹ́ ìyàwó tó máa ṣe púpà yàn. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kárí kó ṣe dáadáa. Gbogbo apápátá là ń gbé borun, whether we like it or not. Whether we want to accept it or not is up to us, but we all do gbeboru. You know, we gist, we talk, we say, already, this is even we gist about our spouses. We do girl to girl talk about men, and men they do boy to boy talk about their wives as well. When it comes to boys, only man, you know, the man chat láàrin ara wọn. Kò mí gbé àwọn ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ obìnrin yẹn, gbogbo ala ní àsìkò tá máa ń ṣe. And if these things tí kò bá dé tí wọn lè gbọ́, and that is why we have to be careful not to this person is sending me a request when the show is about to end. Let me quickly give them 1 minute to accept this person in and hear what they have to say, because I'm about to round up. I'm looking at the time. She has something to say to us. She's sending a request to be in the show. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? We can't hear you, ma. They're going. I'm not sure. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you can hear me, but we can't hear you. Can you speak up, ma? We've accepted you. You are in already. I'm so sorry. We can't hear you. Ashu. I can't hear what she's saying. So sorry. Anyway, sometimes network can be very funny. And she says she can hear us. Anyway, I'm so sorry. You can still leave your message even after this show. You can leave the message on the program. Mayor Babe. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. I accepted the call, but it wasn't. I wasn't hearing what you were saying. Nítorí àkókò ẹ̀yìn wa máa láti fi àdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀ síbi tí a tún máa ti mú látọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀. Please, ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing is for peaceful home, peaceful marriage, and for the sake of peace, as everybody has said, let sleeping dog lie. If your spouse says, don't touch my phone, don't go behind their back to go and be sneaking. There's no point. We are just rounding up because it's been an hour and more. Oh Jesus. So we have to round up, unfortunately, because time is not on our side. But by God's grace, we're going to come back next week. Àkórí ètò mi wá arábìnrin Mayor Dot mo tún ti gbà yín wọlé padà fún ìṣẹ́jú kan sí kejì tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ mi. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Okay, we can hear you. Yeah. Ẹ sáré bá wa dá sẹ́sọ̀ mọ́, ẹ ṣeun. Go ahead.
I've contributed.
Okay. All right. I saw the request to join. That's why I accepted you. Thank you so much for your contributions. God bless you.
Oh yeah, you are.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much. All right. I think it was a mistake, so I accepted him. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see next week by the grace of God for another beautiful episode of this show. Please remember that you can still share even after we have finished. Remember, you can still send the link to people to watch the recorded episode of this show. By the grace of God, next week is another beautiful edition. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí o. Iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Joyce and Listen, thank you so much for all that you're doing. Lizelle Fabrics, thank you for all you're doing. Thank you, Celebration International Magazine. Thank you so much, the amazing Royal Vogues. Thank you, Blanco Concert. Thank you so much. All the people that have called, people that have messaged, people that have asked to be in the show. Thank you for your support and unusual one. In fact, week in, week out. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, YouTube. I really appreciate everybody. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run nílò ni mò ń lọ yìí. Ogun ó lọ kò dé kò ní bá mi. Ogun ó dé kò bá wọn kò ní dé bẹ́yìn náà. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, èmi tí mo lọ lónìí náà ni màá padà wá lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà tí màá tún wá dé báyìí láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Mo wá fàsìkò yìí sọ wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Mo ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Ẹ̀yin ò ní forí gún, èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ o. Mọ́tò yòówù ká lè wọ̀ kó ní forí sọ̀gì o. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Thank you so much. God bless you. Ayọ̀fẹ́, sorry, it's over.
Best of traditional wedding.
MC Bonai.
Best of traditional wedding. Ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi many gives away. Best of traditional wedding.
Thank you.
Kí ló kúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó bọ̀ ní lọ́gbọ̀n. Best of traditional wedding.
Thank you so much. Nice one. Thank you. Friday, baby, everybody. Friday, mention pardon me.
Best of traditional wedding.
Thank you.
Tó pọ̀ ní lọ́gbọ̀n. Best of traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram. Every Tuesday on
Thank you so much.
6 p.m. UK time. Every Tuesday on Facebook. Eto Igbeyawo tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional wedding. Eto Igbeyawo tó fún mi lóye.
Best of traditional wedding. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the special grace of God. Bye.